Después del evento de UFC 308, se ha hablado mucho sobre la posible intención del actual campeón de las 145 libras, Ilia Topuria, de subir a la división de peso ligero para enfrentar a Islam Makhachev en un intento de convertirse en doble campeón. ¿Es una posibilidad real en un futuro cercano dentro de la UFC? El entrenador principal de Islam Makhachev, Javier Méndez, ofreció una interesante entrevista recientemente. En ella abordó varios temas sobre el futuro de Islam. Y también tenemos una entrevista de Khabib respondiendo a Topuria respecto a su deseo por subir a 155 libras. Recuerda que suscribirte es crucial si quieres mantenerte al tanto de todo el contenido más reciente. Sin más, comenzamos.
Ilia Topuria. I like what Ilia Topuria is doing. I really do. I like the fact that he said, you know what, I want to go up to 155 pounds, fight the #1 contender. If he wins, and then if he wins that, then he fights Islam. I think that's good, brother. Look, listen, Ilia Topuria knocked out 2 first ballot Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? Volkanovski and Max Holloway. Those guys are amongst the greatest featherweights of all time. I think he deserves.
I think if he move up and he beat somebody like Dustin Poirier or Charles Oliveira, he's next on the line. Why not? Because there is nobody.
So you don't think right now Ilia deserves a shot at 155 pounds?
Without fighting in 155? Without? No, I don't agree. Because Islam already give chance. People talk bad about like, oh, he fight 2 times with Volkanovski, but the UFC push this fight, and this fight was good in first fight, but why Islam have to give 3 times chance for 145 champion? Why? It's not fair for 155 pounds.
Right.
But if he move up and he beat somebody like Charles Oliveira, of course.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I think, you know what I think?
Interesting things happening in the division. I don't know if you saw, but I had Ilia Topuria's coach on a few days ago. He basically confirmed Ilia is done at featherweight. He's moving up. He's obsessed with fighting Islam, and he's so obsessed with fighting Islam that he's trying to get a fight with Charles Oliveira in May in order to get a contendership spot against Islam. What's your reaction to Ilia being this obsessed with trying to move up divisions and trying to get to Islam, even foregoing defending his own belt?
I think that's great. I mean, he's motivated. I mean, he's a champion for sure, and he's proven it. And he's going up in weight. I also was told that his coach there said he was 187. You know, which is amazing.
He was walking around at 82 kilograms. He said, with a cut down.
Islam, I don't think has ever been that heavy. You know, so Islam, when he's in camp, training camp, when he starts camp 2 months out, Islam's about 179. You know, 178. So he's around is be over 180, you know. So him being a 187, that means that, you know, and I don't think he's fat, you know, he's kind of a wide guy. He's kind of like Alex in a way, but you know, he's a little stockier. I mean, Alex is a little stockier, but they're kind of similar. And Alex being one inch shorter, right? He's 5'6" and he's 5'7". So you know, the guy's a great fighter. He's got the best boxing hands in the business, I feel, best technical anyways, you know, and you know, he can do a lot of damage if he goes up in weight. But, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not interested in that fight whatsoever, you know, at the present time. I'm more interested in you know, him defending against Armand, and let's see what happens after that. I mean, you know, who knows? Maybe the welterweight title is available at that particular time. I don't know. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm just talking. The UFC is going to make that decision what they want, and what they want is what's going to happen. So Islam is going to say yes when the UFC says this is your next contender for your title. It's going to be a yes. But, you know, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves and think that Arman's going to be that easy. No, he's not. Arman's going to be a task, you know, and we have to focus on him in order to make it easy. You know, if we don't focus on him to make it easy, it won't be.
Interesting, because people, what do you haven't had a chance to break Ilia down, but if you were to fight him down the track, what do you think is the best path to beat him? Because his striking is good, and he's got some decent grappling on him too. Do you think there's a clear pathway to beating Ilia?
No, I don't think there's a clear path to him. I think his chin might be one of the things you might be able to capitalize on if he can land the right shot, you know, and Charles is really good with knees, but it being that, you know, he's shorter, so that could be an advantage for Charles in the kicking department. Ilia known to be a great kicker, but a good kicker, so that's an area that Charles could potentially expose. And the length, you know, Charles got longer length, so that could be to his advantage too if they end up fighting.
He still wants to submit Islam, though. Isn't that crazy? That's what he keeps saying.
You know, from the way they talk, that you know, he dominates everybody at his gym over there. But you know, it's like, okay, that's fine, because I made a comment that, you know, you come to Dagestan and you do that over there, and then you got my attention. But you know, you can submit anybody you want at your gym, and you can say you have the same caliber of people that Team Khabib does. But okay, well, look at all the killers they're at Team Khabib right now. Who holds all the lightweight titles in the world right now? Who? And the big more major organizations. Who does? Team Khabib. So you can't say you have killers like they have in Dagestan, because they don't. Nobody does.
I just see the fight like Islam being like, yeah, you want to come and submit me? I'll let you get the first takedown. You know what I mean? Like, for you guys, it's probably better if he tries to do that, right? And thinks he can do that, then stick to a game plan. That's probably more likely.
We don't mind. I mean, the ground, these guys are phenomenal on the ground. And like Islam, I've never seen Islam get dominated by anybody other than Khabib. But that's it. Nobody else has ever dominated Islam on the ground. And Armin, you know, way back then did really well against him. But, you know, like I said, he was sick. And I hate to say that. And they like making excuses, but I'm just stating facts.